Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday / Friday. Kind of like a Tuesday, but it's kind of like a Friday. We got a middle of the day thing going on. We got that Wednesday middle of the day thing. So it feels like Friday to me because I'm not going to be here streaming tomorrow. I'm not going to be here trading tomorrow. So good morning and happy Friday. Happy Fru's Day. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's a great day to be alive here. And if you're here with me in the Discord chat or the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have, oh my goodness. Wow, look at this. We have Ron Smug, GC, Wolf, Liquid Flows, SW, Broken Butterfly, Tango, GC, WD. Good morning, Futures Trading Today. Mr. Kofifi, S. Redberg, Amateur Genius. Good morning, Dragon Spec, John, Angus, Potamus, Viking Trader, Scott Bro, Dr. Purple Ape, Gabazine. Good morning, Davey, Shady Lady, Darren, Marcello, Spastrix, Z-Wheat, Birdtron, Gary, Charisse. Good morning. How we all doing out there? Twin Trading, Jeanette, John, Nancy, Lone Wolf, Hoop. What's up, Hoop? Yogi, Antonio, TRR, Odie, Adi, DM, Neil, Seth Ruffler. Good morning to you, Seth. How you doing out there? Daniel, Hindsight King, Ron, JP, Mashery, Luis, G-Lines, Manny, Larry, Main Street Ninja, Ricky, Jims S. Good morning, Lenny, DC Lifestyle, Kirk Shaw, Richard, Boomer, Charles, NK, Richard, Billy, Derek, Kai, Alex P, Carmen. Good morning, Jims. Good morning, Daniel, Hindsight King, Terry, Eric, good morning, Tame Tiger, Thomas, Charles, Unknown Caller, Diana, Ferrari, Phil, Vadim, Lorenzo, Anthony, Techneasy, HD, Astro Nerd. Good morning. How we all doing out there? So today is going to be an interesting day, especially after yesterday. Let me ask you this. Did anybody yesterday catch that move to the top side? Because that was a doozy, right? I got a little slice. I got a little tiny little piece, but I didn't catch the big move. I was not in my terminal when it was happening, and I was pretty shocked to see that, and I think a lot of people were. It was low inventory, right? It was low inventory, and you could see that through the order flow when it was kind of popping off. Very low inventory to the top side. Not a lot of sellers were available there, so there was just a lot of what seemed like synthetic buying to the top side. A lot of people rolling into that contract, so just a functioning of the market, but wow, it was insane. Could we see the same thing today? I'm not so sure, simply because now's the time where you have sort of a juxtaposition between buyers and sellers, and we have so many people kind of saying, well, it's up this much, we might as well short it. And you have people who are sort of buying it, and so I don't know. We'll have to see if the buyers can overtake it once more today. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, which way it's going to go today. We don't have a lot of news on the docket. Let's first discuss what we have going on for the news. By the way, I haven't taken any trades yet today. I'm still sitting at a $0 balance here. I haven't taken any trades yet, but doesn't mean that we're not going to for this news sprint. So speaking of news sprints, at 8:30 this morning, which is about 25 short minutes, we do have the New York Fed Services business activity, which is just like, nobody really cares about that. But the one piece of news today, I mean, there's two things that I want to watch for today, but really just two things out of all the day of news. Number one is going to be the advanced retail sales. That's coming out at 8:30 this morning. That should give us a little bit of color on things, but I'm trying to find a reason that we can actually turn that into bad news for the market. Because if retail sales are down, then that means that there's less money being spent in the economy, and then that can be looked at as a good thing for rate cuts. But then if retail sales are up, that can also be spun as a good thing for equities, and that people should be going to equities because they're going to be reporting higher earnings. So I don't know, can somebody tell me what would be the bear case? Hey, good morning there, Nick for a Tick. What's up? How you doing? What's the bear case? I mean, what would be the bear case on advanced retail sales? I'm trying to figure this one out. Like, what would be the bad thing? I'm struggling to figure out, like, how does that become a bad print? Like, I almost want to just go long into the print because I see they're listening to me right now. You can see that they're shooting right up. They're listening to me. They're saying, hey, wait a second, that Rips guy, he's right on this stuff. I don't know how we make this into a bearish print. Like, I don't get it. Retail sales way down, recession fears, but that's good for the Fed because that means they're cutting rates and then equities go up, right? So I don't know. I'm just struggling to find a reason of how we go down on this print, and I've just been struggling with that this morning. So I don't know. I kind of want to send it in long, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to be responsible here. But we have the Redbook retail sales coming out shortly after that. We have the industrial production, capacity utilization. All of those industry numbers are out at 9:15 this morning. Hey, good morning there, Robert. How you doing? But then the other thing that I'm watching later in the day, the only other thing that I'm watching later in the day is the Treasury's 20-year bond auction. And I'm expecting participation to come in low on that. Bid to cover to come in a little bit lower than expected. So we'll have to see what happens with that 20-year bond auction. It's going to be at 1 p.m. today. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as news goes. We do have a cavalcade of Fed speakers that are coming out today. Nick Furtick says, everything is bullish if you believe hard enough. You just got to believe in yourself, and everything is bullish. But yeah, I don't really understand how the retail sales print will be spun for being bad news. But we've seen that before where the market will have a print and it's supposed to be reacting in a certain way and the market will do its own thing. But in this case, I just think we can go to squeeze town. So if retail says still strong, consumer is strong, but is that going to be a bad thing? Because then equities can go, well, that's going to be good for earnings. Let's pump it up. So, yeah, they will dump this candle. All right, dump it away. Let's do it. So for Tuesday today, the speakers are as follows. We start out with Mr. Thomas. That's right, Thomas Barkin. That's our boy. He's got voting rights, of course, this year, and he has been somewhat a little bit dovish. He's kind of been waffling between being hawkish and dovish, so we'll have to see. It's going to be a webcast, but there's going to be a Q&A with submitted questions, so I do think that he'll touch on the path forward. And then not until 1 p.m. we have to wait, and then we have Ms. Lori Logan who's going to be speaking. It's going to be a Q&A session that she's going to be doing. But then the big one at 1 p.m. is going to be Adriana Kugler. She is a voter, and she is going to be speaking on monetary policy specifically. So that's the one that I'm going to be looking out for. You can still have Thomas Barkin come out and kind of say, oh, I just don't want to talk about it, the path forward. And they can do that from time to time. They just want to collect that speaking fee. But yeah, so we have that. We have a few other non-voting members, which, it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. So 2 events that I'm watching. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm watching for the retail sales at 8:30, and then I'm watching for the 20-year bond auction at 1 p.m. Those are the big newsworthy items. But again, I'm just kind of sitting back and saying, is there really anything that can get in the way of what the market's going to be doing right now? On low volume, low inventory right now, well, not exactly lowest of low volumes, but lower inventory is kind of the reason why we're seeing a lot of this stuff happening right now. Then tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm not going to be streaming, but there are a couple things. We get the NAHB Housing Market Index that's going to be out at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I believe on Top Step, you can trade until 12 p.m. Central Time, if somebody could correct me on that. But like I said, not going to be streaming, not going to be trading, not even going to be in my office. I'm just going to be enjoying the nice middle of the week day off. And then I'll be back on Thursday. Thursday is when I think the prints really start to matter. We're going to get all those jobless claims, housing starts, building permits. That's all going to be on Thursday. And then the big one of the week, I think we're going to cap off of the week on Friday. It's the PMIs. So Purchasing Managers Index, that's going to be most important for us for the entire week. But again, I always default to this week being low inventory roll week. I just think that there might be a little lack of emphasis on the news, and I think that investors and traders are not really going to be super concerned with all of these prints that are coming out. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. And like I always say, play it as it lies, and we'll have to see what happens. Thursday, we also are going to hear from Barkin again. So if he doesn't say anything today regarding monetary policy, expect that he will start barking away on Thursday about it. And if he does say some things about monetary policy today, we're going to be watching for on Thursday if he changes his tone on what he says. But I don't think there will be a change in his tonality, given that it's the housing stuff that's going to be coming out on Thursday alongside jobless claims. So maybe that kind of shuffles around his opinion of things. Did anybody take any trades overnight in here? I am curious if anybody took any trades overnight. Does anybody have any trades on? I know that SW and Kofifi were leading the London session, and they both smashed it. I saw green across the board, absolutely killing it, leading everybody to the promised land. So I love to see that. Hats off. Thank you so much, SW and Kofifi, for leading the London session. Always appreciate you folks. Julie says, yeah, I failed miserably. Daily loss limit, my 150K. I'm sorry to hear that, Julius. Anything that we can talk about to bring that to the forefront and maybe discuss some of the trades that you're looking at, what you're looking for? Were you sized up too big? Were you too many, the frequency of trades? It can always be a lot of different things, right? Sized up too big. So there you go. For next time, now just keep that sizing a little bit low. Just because we have a 150K account doesn't mean we have to rip it into max size. The good thing about those accounts is that you have a nice daily loss limit. And if you're trading on the same size that you would on a 50K, you can generally do pretty well, or just trading in the micros and keeping it super extra tight there. So, Bought gold last night. Where do we see the London session? What channel? It's in the Discord. We do those sessions Tuesdays and Thursdays, depending on how much energy SW and Kofifi have. So how do you trade a one-directional market? Well, you find out which direction it's going, and then you put in a one guy, one contract, a one car, a one rocket ship, and you just ride it. So if the market's going to reverse today, you put one short, you just leave it, and you don't watch it. There you go. SW is taking that short right there. Very, very nice. Got a little scalp to the downside. Traded gold for $480 during slow markets. Nice work there, Mark. Ferrari Phil took the GC 8 p.m. short, hit again on slow markets. Anybody else take that short on gold for slow markets? That seems to be the hot ticket. I know a lot of people were struggling with yesterday too, because it was so incredulous that the market was going like that. Here, let's go check out TradingView here. I mean, this move was very incredulous for people, and it was tough to understand that the market can do these types of things. But it can definitely happen on a contract roll on lower inventory. It seemed like very synthetic buying. And when there's not a lot of inventory, you have to think about it like this, right? So if you are sitting there and you absolutely need to get your hands on some, let's just say oranges, right? You need to get your hands on some oranges. You go to the orange seller on the corner and they have a basket full of oranges there, and they're selling them for $0.10 an orange. And you go up there and you can buy as many as you want. There's plenty of inventory, whatever. And then, 3 days later, you go to the same orange seller and their basket of oranges has like 3 oranges in it. And that's it. I mean, they don't have any inventory, so you're not going to be able to get as many oranges as you want, and they can price those at whatever they want. They're not going to price them at 10 cents anymore. And as the price goes up in any kind of market, they can limit the amount of oranges that they have for sale. So as you're going up here, they can just kind of say, we got 3 here, 10 here, 4 here, 6 here. And that's what happens on these type of low inventory squeezes. So you can see here when we have this much liquidity kind of sticking out here, it kind of begs the question, now, do we cap out here and start to reverse? I think there's going to be a duality of both buyers and sellers kind of having very strong opinions on the market today. I don't think that any of the news coming out today is heavily going to influence that. I mean, like I said, we have the bond auction and then we have retail sales, and I think that retail sales are going to be tough to spin in a negative light. But we'll see. We've had plenty of times where the news comes out and it's just completely wrong on the way that it reacts into the market and the way that it should. You have bad news some days being good news, you have good news being bad news, and then you have bad news being bad news some days. So there you go. How do you know that it's low inventory? Well, you can see if you're watching the tape on the way up and you're watching the order flow, you can see that it's not characteristic for what you usually see for that many points being moved in that amount of time. Usually there's a lot more inventory being offered. And in this case, it was very thin to the into the top side, and every single pullback was heavily bid up, which means that people were short underwater. And so that's exactly what happens to these types of low inventory squeezes, is that any kind of pullback is heavily bid because those are shorts that are trying to escape that because they're trying to buy it up. They want to get out as the lowest prices that they can. And you can see how much inventory is trying to get out from the short side because the bids are so heavy. And as well to the top side, you can see that anybody who's offering that inventory is doing it in a way that it's facilitating that squeeze, because everybody who's trying to cover their shorts is not able to do it because the inventory is so low. And you can kind of see that the duality is heavy bids and very, very thin offers. It creates that squeezing environment that we saw yesterday. Is a low inventory due to the contract rollover this week? That is correct. That is why we're seeing that. Rollover week is very, very tricky. There's always going to be one day that's very dumpy in rollover week. Today might be that day. Yesterday was definitely not that day. So again, this is one of those days where you have to play it as it lies. And I was telling my group yesterday, if the NQ moves 600 points over 2 days, it's not that big of a deal. It can happen. You just kind of have to accept for the market for what it is, and it's not a big deal. Prices are just prices for that day, and that's all that matters. It's not really worth getting your head in a tizzy thinking about, this market cap is here and this and that. And really right now, if you're looking at the broader market and all of equities right now, you're talking about they should be calling this the S&P 7, not the S&P 500, right? Everything is being driven by the Magnificent Seven right now, and that's Apple, Tesla, Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. That's the Magnificent Seven that I track currently, and that is what is moving the market right now. If you're looking at other equities, people are shedding their positions from other equities and just kind of barreling into these stocks, and that's why we're seeing so much of the volume being carried into these stocks. We're talking about, I think in the last week, it's like $2 trillion of market cap was added into those stocks. So Yeah, it's a very interesting situation to be in, but we're traders. We're not trying to save the world here. So just trade it as it lies and just take those trades. Don't worry about what's actually going on underneath the hood. It really doesn't matter. It's just take those trades. When did the NQ drop to 18,500? Well, I guess if we went back, we could probably see that. Now, when was it at 18,500? Let's see. To answer your question here, the 18,500 was on May 20. What is that? May 31st. There you go. That was for you, Bam Mall. May 31st. Interesting question, but happy to answer that for you. But yeah, I guess you don't have access to your charts yourself. Once Tesla slips on an Apple peel and an onboard computer crash, the market will go down. That is interesting. That's very, very interesting. End of the month contract rollover then. Yeah, it's on Friday. It's on Fridays when we get the expiry. Yesterday was the official rollover date of the CME there. Hoop says, I would like to see the NQ pull back 50 points first. Yeah, I think a lot of people during this squeeze were saying kind of the same thing, and they just kind of sit back and they just watch the squeeze happen. They say, oh, it's got to pull back. It's got to pull back. And then you have people who, we'll go into the 1 minute show you very granularly. But let's see here. Yeah, you can have these little pullbacks here. This just kind of fuels the moon rocket to the top side here. These little areas where, market traders are taking that short, and then finally it works after they're all exhausted from getting blown out to the top side there. I mean, you're talking about from 20,070 all the way up to 20,250. It's almost a 200-point squeeze from the first time that you saw that kerfuffleation there in the market there. What do you think of Dakota going bearish? We'll have to see. I am on Top Step TV today for Fast Markets, trading alongside my number one trading buddy, Coach Dakota. So we'll have to see. I want to get a 100-lot position on the house account and see if we can rock and roll something. A lot of fun. Senator Warren warns Powell against weakening banking regulations. Do your job. That's just a bunch of noise. Not even worth paying attention to those types of headlines. They're usually not that big of a deal. So the May retail sales data is expected again at 8:30 this morning, which is going to be in about 11 minutes. We are expecting right now 0.3% month over month for advanced retail sales. Ex-auto at 0.2%. So we're expecting an uptick in the advanced retail sales month over month by 30 basis points. That's what we're expecting there. 100 minis, Douglas, 100 minis. What are you talking about? 100 micros, 100 minis. Why not 300? Well, we got to start somewhere. I think the biggest position that we've ever done on the house account, I think, is a 50 lot. So looking to do maybe a 100 lot. We have to have a lot of confidence. It'd be great to have a squeeze and just rip it in there. Would you consider the 15 fair value gap as being mitigated, price being rebalanced yesterday? Price ticked the top of the fair value gap. Well, if it came into it then and you had a candle closure, I always would say that that's been mitigated. So that's always the way that I look at FVGs is if it's actually interacted with it, you have a candle closure in it, that's mitigated. If it has a candle wick in it, you can kind of waffle between whether or not it's been mitigated there. Rips, which time frame in a chart provides the idea of market trend? 4 hour, 1 hour, the higher time frame, the better. Even the daily is a good one to look at, but daily, 4 hour, 1 hour is generally going to get you that market direction. And yeah, I mean, just hop on board and ride the trend and do it on small size. And the worst that can happen is that you can get stopped out. Just don't ride your stop too tight there. 5561 is also a Hello Kitty line today for me too. All right. Hopefully that you get that Hello Kitty line there, Richard Harris. Hopefully that your dad allows you to trade that there. 100 lot. Hopefully they called Mick for 100K daily loss if it has some wiggle room. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I've never put on that big of a lot there. Good morning, Ruth. Hey, what's up there? Coach Jay in the house. Give it up for Coach Jay, a very, very extremely talented trader. If you've never watched Coach Jay, he's on Slow Market sometimes with Coach Dakota, but you can find him in the Top Step Discord. Let me go ahead and drop that link here. He runs coaching on the Top Step Discord and highly recommend you go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Coach Jay is a legend, a fantastic trader, a great student of order flow, and he has a great read on the markets all the time. I mean, he is very, very talented. Worth checking him out. This market chopped me out trying to make a limited stop micro seem almost harder because you're looking for a bigger move, not just a few points ticks. Any thoughts on that? Why would you be looking for a bigger move on micros? It's all relative, right? You're looking at it in a move of ticks or points. That's the only way that you should be facing the market. If you're trading P&L, the market's going to laugh at you. So if the reason why you're trading micros is because you want to accept more risk, then you shouldn't be accepting that you're going to make more money on that. Like if you're trading 10 micros, it's equal to 1 mini. But if you're trading 1 micro and you're expecting to make what you make on 1 mini, that's kind of ridiculous. So just look at it in ticks. How many ticks are you looking to make? Does it make sense? Are you risking 60 ticks to make 120 ticks? That makes sense. Are you risking 60 ticks to make 100 ticks? That still makes sense. If you're risking 60 ticks to make 40 ticks, probably doesn't make sense. So look at it in your risk to reward, not in P&L, but in ticks, or you can look at it in points there. So have to trade the micros for next week. Why do you say it like it's a bad thing? That's a good thing there. Doing micros this morning because I'd rather make $100 instead of blowing the account. There you go. That's the way to look at it there. That's the way to think about it there. 10 micros, 3 feet, 1 mini, 1 yard, same distance. There you go. Ron Grace nailed it there. Minis equals thrill and agony. Micros equals smiles and sighs. I like that. There you go. What is the bias on the retail figures? Poor print, good for the market. We talked about that when we first came on. I'm going to be hard pressed to find a way that's going to be finagled into being a bad print for the market. I think if it's good, it's going to be good for the market. And if it's bad, it's going to be good for the market. I don't know how it ends up being a negative print. I really don't. That's what I'm struggling with right now. Is it NQU4 on Tradeovate? It is the U contracts. We're trading in the September contracts, which are the U's. VRVP settings, right on, right there. You can go back, you can pause the video. There it is right there. There's the input settings. There's the style settings. Go back and pause the YouTube video there. Rips, does the tilt show up to the minute stats? Yes, it is in real time if you're using Top Step X. I believe that there's no lag. I think there's a lag if you're watching on Top Step TV, but yeah, there you go. What is the bias? Yeah, we got that one. I switched to micros and have been doing so much better. 3,500 on 2 XFAs since last Monday. See, there you go. It still works. It still works super well. It still works super well. If it's higher, it's not what the Fed wants, so the market should go down. However, right, but I get that. But then my argument is, well, isn't that going to be good for equities in the long run? And couldn't you find investors going into equities because of that? And that's kind of where I'm caught between a rock and a hard place on this print. So we'll have to wait and see. It's coming out in 7 minutes. We'll all find out together here. So what flavor of Celsius are we drinking? We're keeping it classic right here. Keeping it up for my friend Kel, who loves orange soda. I do. Yep, orange soda is the wave this morning. I did have somebody reach out on Twitter and point me into a direction of a new flavor. It was, what was it? Watermelon lemonade, I think. That one's on order. That'll be here today. Excited for that one there. So, yeah, there you go. Long from 227 and holding. 227. Very nice. Good luck to you. Looks like you're looking good here. Up almost 10 handles there. I'm up 11,300 before 9:30 a.m. Way to go, Brooks. Thank you for sharing. Cherry limeade? I don't think I've had that Celsius flavor before there, Brian. I don't think I've had the cherry limeade. I'm trying to remember. Wait, yeah, I think I've had that. I don't know if I was a big fan of that one. Love the stream title war we got going on with Patty. Oh, yeah, good old Patty mayonnaise over there in his garage. That's cute. Yeah, it is amazing. I do love that cherry limeade. It's not so bad. I mean, I'm excited about that watermelon one there. Move my stop to 33. Good luck to you, Jose. Hopefully rock and roll over there. I would love to see that there. Yeah, I'm still just waiting for the print to come out. It's going to be out in about 5 minutes there. Yep, definitely coming out in about 5 minutes. Celsius sugar-free. Yes, it is sugar-free and no calories, I think. No, 10 calories. 10 calories, yeah. I like the peach tea as well there. Nice to see buy side opening up, liquidity taking at 247, 250. Yeah, again, we are still pushing up. Like I said, I really want to put in a long here, but I'm going to be patient. Wiz says, I'm up 89,420 on gold. Way to go, Wiz. There you go. That's what we're talking about. Is anybody up $900 million this morning? Let's see if we can beat Wiz, no fear. Does Celsius break your fast? No, and it's different for every person. Some people have sort of a reaction and will have their blood sugar spike for it. I'm not one of those people, so I'm lucky I can still have Celsius without breaking my fast in the morning there. Any thoughts on Heikin candles? I'm not a big fan of them myself, but some people find they have a lot of good stuff in them there. So some people like them. I'm not a big fan of them myself. Drinking an orange cream ghost. That is good stuff right there. That is awesome. Celtics. Celtics giving Jordan's Bulls vibes. There you go. Anybody been, I got to post my baseball picks. I forgot about that. Baseball, we went 7-4 yesterday. I don't know if anybody saw that in Discord here. We went 7-4 on our baseball picks yesterday. And today I have a whole mess of picks again and see if we can run the jewels back up again there. So 7-4 yesterday. Not too shabby. Let's see if we can run it up for today's picks as well. What do you think about cumulative delta? It's very important right now. We're running 6,600 cumulative delta in the NQ and 20,000 in the S&P. So completely bought the heck up here. Got stopped out on the short, but quickly jumped in along, made back the loss and more. Nice work there. Cryogenic. There you go. How tall are you, man? I'm 6'1". How tall are you, M? Get those delta in a Thinkorswim. Yeah, you can get them in anywhere. There's a lot of different platforms there. Last week and yesterday, the tilt has been pretty laggy. MP started to finally notice and got it fixed. Very nice. There you go. Love to see that. Looks like your keyboard has been kind of... I love it, though. It's amazing. If the actual is above or below the forecast, what direction are you looking to go? I think that if any print comes out, if they don't delay the print, I think that the market's going to go up. But we'll have to see. My kid just started smacking the heck out of the keyboard. There you go. That'll do it. Rips a 6'1". He got up once to 235 pounds of muscle. Hey, Richard, you remember the talk from yesterday. I'm currently cutting right now, gunning for 10% body fat. Right now, I'm about 13% and change, weighing in at 185. So I'm just in a cutting phase right now. It's important to take care of your health so you can always can live forever. You want to try to be here as long as you can, right? I definitely take as much care of my health as I possibly can over here. All right, print's coming out in 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes. Would be nice to have an XFA tilt and combine tilt. That would be cool. Maybe that's something I could bring up to Mr. MP this morning. All right, let's see if we can... I'm going to turn on my hotkeys here. See if we can take any trades off this print. I'm not really adamant looking for trades here. I just kind of want to see what happens, but I'll keep it in my lap either way. Rips, you ever going to trade small caps again? I think there's too many opportunities in futures right now to even be really worried about small caps. I think small caps is a sucker's game right now. And I think a lot of the brokers are abusing their clients and they're just selling that order flow to the actual market makers from those small cap companies and just destroying all those little guppies. It's a waste of your time. Don't do it. If you actually knew what was going on, you'd never do it, especially when it's low participation like it is. Complete waste of time. Literally watched the referee last night. Hold on, we got this bringer. Wow, look at that order book. Is completely devoid of any. This is such low inventory. 30 seconds, folks. Literally watched the referee last night set a moving screen on the Mavericks defender who was trying to... Yeah, a little bit of a rigging in the game there. A little bit of rigging in the game. All right, let's see here. You got about 5 seconds here. 5 seconds. And there it is. Doesn't matter what the print is, it's going to go up. I swear somebody said that, right? Doesn't matter what the print is, it's just going to shoot on up. Anybody catch that there to the top side? That was like everything froze on my platform, so I didn't want to risk it to get the biscuit there. So Fed services business activity negative 4.7 versus a 3.0 prior. Advanced retail sales coming in 20 basis points cooler at 0.1%, which is still 10 basis points hotter than the last read. Blew my practice account on that move. Uh-oh. Nice. Ethan Schwab caught it. Uncle Taddy caught it. I'm just watching what's going on with the liquidity here. Did it nail that MC level again? It did, didn't it? Let's see. Oh, wow. To the tick. Oh, my goodness. Isn't that something? Funny how that works, isn't it? Yes, sir. Caught it. I think it's going lower the rest of the day. Wanted to grab that liquidity over 252 in micros. There you go. Nice. 41.86 in your practice account. There you go. Very, very nice. MC level is all-time high. There you go. Yeah, the funny thing is though, that we have these MC levels before the price action even hits that stack of bananas. That's the impressive part. Before the price even gets there, we have those levels days before. So that's why they're interesting. That's why I'm a big fan of those things. It's that crystal ball. Caught one contract for $456. We're still catching a little bit of fade here. Watching. Market is silly this week. Yeah, I agree. We're kind of in the middle of this volume shelf here. I want to see like a little bit more of a pullback here than what we're seeing. There are some bidders that are down here, just under 30. It's super thin, yeah, extra thin. Flip short, nice liquid flows. Good luck to you. See if we find some bid support at the lower end of this volume shelf here. There are some sellers coming in. S&P's coming down as well. Feds Williams is speaking right now. Surprise appearance on Fox Business right now. Ooh, nice work there, Liquid Flows, catching that short. Very nice. Things are moving in the right direction for monetary policy, says Feds Williams. So we're coming down to those 200 evens. See what happens here at 200s. We have a little bit of a volume shelf that sticks out like a sore thumb here. I'm watching to see if we push up to these 10s, which is right around VWAP. Let's see here, down at these 200s. Does it want to take out those 200s and go for that liquidity at 180 and a quarter? Let's see. Anybody short? Did anybody catch that move to the short side there? Definitely curious about that. I know Liquid Flows got it. Nice. $1,600 on your XFA. Give it up for Liquid Flows here. Very, very nice. Love to see that. I'm going to try a little short here, actually. Looking for that break of 200. Since we did reject those 210s. Just a little baby. Nice. 2,500 on the short. Very, very nice. Quick little 10 points. There you go. A little push back up here. We have our stop at 219. So if we're rejecting at these 15s, I want to add to this here. Right now, a little pop back up. We rejected right off of VWAP. See if we get popped out on this thing. All right, stopped out. So taking a one lot loss there. Took it for, what is that, 60 ticks. Rejected right there. Let's see if we can jump back. And I'm just trying to see whether or not they're capping this off up here. And then I'd be looking for the cheaper short back down for that break of 200s. But keeping our sizing small here. Back in here. Break of 215s to the downside is what I'm looking for to bring this back to 200s. Rose, once you get your first payout on Top Step, do you need another additional 5 days of 200 each day for another payout? It's 200 or more. Yeah, it's not exact, but yep, that's right. Every 5 days of 200 or more is what adds to that there. Not catching a lot of bid support here, so I'm looking for a potential to add into. I'm watching here. Still kind of thin. I want to see rejection off these 20s again, adding right there. So if we break these 15s to the downside, that's where I get heavy into this. See if we swipe this liquidity, adding right there. Watching for this pull down and that test of 200s to the downside there. Get this moved down a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Kind of holding right here at these 210s, which I don't exactly like, but let's see if we can reject. Harsh rejection, I can do a little scoop to the downside here. So he said next few years. William said rates are going to fall in the next few years. So take that as you will. Watching 215s for a reject. And still kind of driving price here. Made a little bit of a higher low. So let's see if we have any rejection here at 15s that I can add into. Right there, taking that. I want to see some sellers stepping in right here back to those 210s. Nice little fizzle to the downside here. Covering some of that. Nice. Covering a little bit of that. We'll move our stop to break even there. So I'm just playing a little pitch and catch with the market. Getting a little scalpy here in this range. Yeah, I want 200s as the target here. I'll move my stop once we paint through those 200s. There's some liquidity right there. I might actually move my stop since we are, move my stop right there. We're not breaking those 200s yet. It didn't trigger my PDPT, and now my profit's well above 1500. Yeah, that's the thing. It's if you're trading those newsprints, it can be a little bit scary because it can go above or below whatever your targets are. So, all right, there we go. Got that one locked up there. Let's see. So that puts us up on the day $1,261. There we go. Anybody else out there catch anything similar there? We're just playing a little pitch and catch there, shorten those pops. And again, if you're watching somebody out there, if you're watching other, these second-rate streamers who are, just kind of gaslighting you the entire stream, they're only going to show you their P&L after the fact, only if the trade is in profit. So remember, if they're not showing you the moment that trade goes on, they're gaslighting you, they're scamming you, they're hucksters, they're tricksters, and they don't have the ability to trade. If they can take you through the trade and talk you through it from start to finish on every single trade, not selectively, that's what you want to be tuning in for. And that's going to give you the most value as a trader, because if you're watching somebody and they're only showing you winners after the fact that they're on, they're gaslighting you and they're making you feel less than. And that's not who you should feel as a trader. If you're watching somebody, they're showing you losses, they're showing you wins. That's who you want to be tuning in for. So just be careful out there. It makes me think of my favorite show. What was it? Back when I was in my teens, it was like Doug on Nickelodeon. They had that one character. What was the name? That blonde chick. Patty Mayonnaise, that was the character, Patty Mayonnaise. Anyway, I don't know why I thought of that show, but anyway, yeah. So if you're watching streamers, just make sure that they are that they are showing you from start to finish there. Start to finish is the way to go. And they should be able to talk through their trade, not just say, oh, buddy, buddy. You know what's funny is, like, I was thinking about it. You could either do a case of Whippets or you could watch Patty Mayonnaise for 2 minutes. I think you'd lose more brain cells with the 2 minutes. Cheaper than getting a whole canister of Whippets too. The market commentary. Oh, buddy, what's the dollar doing? We're at 200s. We're at 200. It's going up. It's going up. Oh, buddy. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, buddy. That's amazing market commentary. Amazing market commentary there. Good job, man. Incredible. Good stuff. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be on Top Step TV in about 30 minutes here. Just out of our trade, we're up $1,200. Talked about it from start to the finish there. Anybody still in a short here? Because I don't know if I trust this. I mean, we have a level down there at 180 quarters, but oh my God, Whippets, those are always in the Grateful Dead's parking lot. Yeah, there you go. Rip shame. I'm not gonna say that's hilarious. Oh, good stuff. Still short from 219. Good luck to you. Yeah, we are breaking those 200s now to the downside. And going down to 180 quarters is the target there to the downside. 180 quarters. Only ever watch traders that show the live execution, don't know who falls for the screen swap once it's in profit. I don't know. I just, it's people that don't know any better. I feel bad. I really do. I honestly do feel bad because they're being gaslit. Nobody likes to be gaslit. It's too bad. There's no feud. It's good stuff. I'm pumping up his numbers for him. I took his number one spot and now I feel a little bit bad. So I'm trying to send a little bit of traffic back his way. Again, last night, again, in the DMs, he's like reaching out in Instagram DMs. I'm thinking about blocking him in Instagram because all he's doing is like DMing and DMing and DMing. And my phone's like lighting up. My wife's like, who is this person? I'm like, it's just some weirdo. Just won't stop DMing me. It's very strange. Anyway, coming on down here below those 200s. Again, looking for 180 quarters on the target. 180 quarters is the target to the downside. I would show them, but they are disappearing. Instagram DMs. It's kind of like those Snapchat messages there. Hey, Ribs, thanks to you. I gave Top Step a try. Still on my 4th month trying to pass 5 combines. Did pass 1 that went good and bad and burned yesterday. Doesn't feel good to blow up an XFA. I'm sorry to hear that, Allie. But yeah, that's par for the course. It's going to be there. It's one of the great things, though, is that you're not blowing your own money when you're trading on Top Step there. So if I just pass a combine, I can activate it today, right? Yep, you go into your dashboard, you click activate, and it should be activated instantly. If you have to understand, it has to settle for the day. So if you're over the profit target right now, it has to settle for the day. All right, still coming down. We're looking for 180 quarters to the downside here. What advice would you do so I don't make the same mistakes that I did yesterday? Take it slow. Trade on the micros, if anything. Really, just take it slow. That's what I would do. Absolutely 100% take it slow. All right, let's see if we get these likes up, we could do a poll here, and then we could probably do a giveaway before we head over into Top Step TV. We're at 347 likes right now with 2,100 people watching. If we can get those likes up to 500 likes, we're going to do a poll, and then I'll keep the likes benchmark low today. If we get it up to 800, I'll give away a free Top Step combine. Not a reset, not a discount, just straight up a free Top Step combine for you folks out there. Okay, guys, we're going to be going down until we start going back up. We're shorting right here. When it starts to go down, we take profit right when it starts to go back up. There you go. Beautiful analysis there. Extremely beautiful analysis there. With the micro conversions on Top Step, there's no reason not to do them now. I agree with you, Dylan. It's a great platform. It's amazing there. We are now about 20 likes away, folks. Just 20 more likes there. Just noticed that I caught that rip on my XFA at 30 and didn't mean to trade it. Hit my lockout profit target. Yo, great job there, Larry. Excellent work. Yeah, you really can make that 100 or 200 bucks trading 1 or 2 micros. There's much less stress. I agree with you 100%. 100%. Hey, what's up, Travis? How you doing there, buddy? Fees for micros are very palatable on Tops of X. Yeah, they're almost non-existent, right? Fees for micros are very palatable. I agree. That's a great way to put it. A lot of people feel they slow bleed with micros and you find yourself DCAing. I mean, it's all in perspective, right? You're looking at your profits as ticks instead of dollars. No. I'm just having fun with it, Paul. It doesn't, I laugh it off. It's funny. It's all good times. I'd be salty too. I'd be salty too. I feel bad for him a little bit, coming in and just grabbing that number one spot. And again, I say this all the time. It really wasn't hard to do. The quality of programming that was there was just not. It was just unbelievable, terrible, just the worst. So again, really not that hard to come in and snatch that number one spot. So anyway, micros was a great creation, allowed more traders to participate and limit risk. I agree. I think it's one of the best things there. It was the blue light. It's mesmerizing. I agree. All right, here we go. Let's run the poll up. 800 likes is the giveaway one. So let's get up to, okay. Will the NQ end the day above or below? Let's see. Let's call it 20,200. Okay. Above, below. No clue. There we go. Let's run it up here, folks. Let's run it on up here. What do you think would happen if the New York stock market goes 24/7 like Bitcoin? I don't think it ever will. I just can't imagine that. There's going to have to be times where the markets are down. The thing about crypto is that there's multiple exchanges and they're all kind of, it's a totally different thing. It's completely different. I just don't think that's ever a chance. 23.6 is plenty for futures. 23.6 is futures. So I noticed that after answering the poll, I became blessed for the day. That is true. That's how it works. Gold, love that news. Let's see. I gotta go see gold over here. Here's the gold chart. Look at that. Wowzers. Oh my. Well, if you folks really do want to support the channel, as you folks are voting on this poll and getting those likes up for that giveaway, if you folks ever do want to support the stream, clicking like is one way to do it. The other way that I really appreciate your support, and it does go a long way, is you just click this link. It pops up, you click allow cookies, and then you just close the link, and it does tremendous efforts in supporting the stream. So I do really appreciate if you do that. It's not necessary. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you are enjoying the streams that I put on here every single Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern, except for Wednesday this week. We know that, right? We're not going to be streaming on Wednesday this week, except for Wednesday. If you want to support the stream, that's just one way that you could do it. It doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do, click that link, click allow cookies, and that's it. You can close it up. But I do really appreciate that there. Why Tops Up cannot add more risk settings like maximal size of contracts? Do you think it will come? Yeah, it's going to be coming in the future. It will be coming in the future. I promise you. Can I click it over and over again? Just one click is good enough. That shows the support right there. Do we need to click something on that page or just open it? And then there's something that pops up that says allow cookies. That's it. That's the only thing that you need to do. That's it. And I really, really appreciate that very much if you do that for me. Yeah, we have 2,100 people watching here. We're looking for 800 likes. We're at 697 likes right now. So if we get up to 800, I'm going to do that giveaway. Remember, I'm going on Top Step TV here in about 20 minutes. So I want to do that giveaway before we go. What's your MLB game of the day? Well, here, let me show you what I have for my picks right now. I'm going to bring up my picks here. Let's see here. Here's my, it's loading up here. Let's see if I can squeeze this in nice and tight here. All right, so here's my open picks. Got the Astros money line, the Dodgers on the spread, Brewers on the spread, Astros on the spread, Cubbies on the spread, Twins on the spread, Red Sox money line, Natties on the spread, Guardians on the spread, the over in the Natties game, and the over in the Mariners game. So that's what I'm looking at there. Those are my baseball picks for the day, and I think I have one more down here. Yeah, there we go. Actually, two more. We got the Reds We got the over for the Reds game. Folks know from yesterday. That's what I got there. And then the under for the Cards game there. So that's what I'm looking at for baseball picks. Apparently people want those picks now. We went 7-4 yesterday, so not too shabby. And we'll see if we can keep the magic alive over here, carrying on through the rest of the week. Hopefully we'll see what happens there, and hopefully he'll do well there. Cash the Angels run line 2. I got to check that out. Right before the news printed, I had one lot sell and I asked myself, what will Rips do? So I added 2 more positions. Seconds later, combine pass levy Rips. Hey, let's go run DMC. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job. Love to see that. Where do you put bets? Sports betting is pretty much legal everywhere, right? Is there anywhere that sports betting isn't legal from your phone now? Is there actually anywhere? I don't even really know. Where is it not legal right now? Texas? It's still not Texas. Wait, California, I thought you could, I can't believe that. So Texas, they still don't allow you to do sports betting, huh? California? No, I thought you could bet in California. Is that really true? Oops, I got to change my office here. There. South Carolina. I can't believe it. I thought it was all 50 states now. Oh, my goodness. Thailand is illegal. Yeah, I mean, they passed that bill where you could start betting sports pretty much everywhere, right? Kansas just legalized last year. Now the commercial and TV or sports betting platforms. That should tell you something. There is some edge somewhere. And it's the time that you're betting, right? Because between now and when these games start, there can be an injury reported. Maybe the starting pitcher is pulled from one of these games. There's a lot of different things that can happen, but I've been betting baseball for quite some time, and it's one of my fortes. I like betting live tennis. I like betting regular tennis. But yeah, tennis and baseball are my fortes in betting. Probably football would be in a third. I've done some wonky, wild, crazy bets in my life. I've done some really obscure bets, like, women's Russian basketball, stuff like that. I mean, just weird off the wall stuff. And like, you find yourself just looking for a game sometimes if it's like 4:00 in the morning in Vegas and it's like, there's nothing going on. You could bet anything, right? Yeah. Ping pong. There you go. MMA is always fun too. Yeah. There's who do we have for MMA this, let's see here. We have on Saturday, who's the card? Who is it? There's a lot of, let's see here, June 22nd. Who's the card? Because wasn't it meant to be, wasn't this weekend supposed to be McGregor, or was that next weekend? And he canceled, right? Hey, Toto from Algeria. Good to see you there. Can I bet on you winning your tennis game? I never went pro, not even close. I love playing tennis, but I would never say that I'm a great tennis player. I love playing tennis. Yeah, next week. Okay, canceled. Yeah, that's a sad thing. So next week, I forget who's in the title card, but they're actually a good fighter. Not Silva. Is it Silva? No, who's the title for the 29th? Wait, why? McGregor's still on the card? That's weird. Yeah, that's not true. If I want good sleep, you put on a W. Pereira. All right. Yeah, Connor canceled. That's crazy. That's crazy. How's the volatility today? So far, so good on that print. We had a nice little kerfuffleation on that print. We caught that nice short to the downside there. You ever play Orange Bowl in tennis? No, I don't think so. What is Orange Bowl? I mean, the Orange Bowl? I've never heard of Orange Bowl in tennis. No. Played doubles and played singles. I keep it nice and easy. Who said Connor canceled? I think it was the UFC that came out. They did a presser about it, didn't they? Well, what's standing out on Bookmap to you? Nothing. The fact that we caught a bid underneath 200, so the short is no longer valid for me. We're looking for that 180 and a quarter to the downside. We never got below 190, so completely invalidated there, and that would be a good time to close your short. Yeah, postponed, right? He was drinking a ton too. They caught him drinking and partying and doing whatever the heck he was doing. He was with his wife, I think. I'm pretty sure. Straight nostrils. I love that. Did anybody see the newest Roadhouse movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor? Anybody see that? I liked it. I mean, I'm probably in the minority there. I thought it was cheap fun. I thought it was great. I mean, it's just cheap fun. It was supposed to be in theaters, and they put it right directly on Amazon Prime, but who doesn't have Amazon Prime? I thought it was great. I mean, it was just fun. I like popcorn movies like that. Like Top Gun Maverick was a fantastic film. Saw that in the theaters. I like feel-good, fantastic. Like, movies should be movies for the most part, right? I want to go be entertained. I don't want to be politically challenged. I just want to enjoy the movie. I don't want to have you jamming your agenda down my throat, and I just want to enjoy the movie. And so I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was, Maverick was good in the theater. I think I saw it in IMAX. I'm pretty sure. But it was amazing. Yeah. But I thought that was cheap fun. Roadhouse. The original is one of my favorites. I love the original. If you've never seen the original Roadhouse, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. That is a classic. That is such a good film. Rest in peace, Mr. Patrick Swayze. Legendary. I mean, he's great in that film. It's such a good movie. I mean, I miss movies like that where they're just like about the movies and it's like the main character is just some badass like that. It's just cool. I mean, it's fun. Good stuff. Point Break, yeah, another classic. Movie's so ridiculous and I absolutely love it. Yeah, it was great, right? It's just like, you just suspend your reality, your belief in reality and everything. It's just like, it's just fun. It's just there, you're having fun. It's a movie. Like if you're watching the movie, you're like, oh, come on, that's not realistic. It's like, come on, really? You're supposed to be entertained by this thing. It's just for pure entertainment here. 80s movies do hit different. I mean, Roadhouse is a classic. You can't go wrong. Yeah, my wife and I, we've been like, anytime we ever have time to watch a movie together and snuggle up and canoodle, usually it's watching like movies that were released pre-2000 or like pre-2000. Yeah, in that era, in the early 2000s, I will say, and then be beyond to the rear there. So very, very good stuff. I've been enjoying those quite a bit, going back and rehashing all those movies. They're classics, back when movies used to be movies. Top Gun 2 was hard to watch as a pilot. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, everything they're doing. It's the same thing for the first one, like, let's get on our air brakes and everything. I mean, it's teetering the line between fiction and reality. For the most part, it's more fiction than obviously reality, but it's still fun, It's still a lot of fun. It still makes for a good movie, right? Tops Up TV coming on. See you there. All right, Billy Joe. I'm going to be going over there in about 15 minutes. I want to do this giveaway. We are 15 likes away from doing the giveaway. We got 2,000 people in here watching. Let's do a giveaway for a free Tops Up Combine. Get those likes up, and then we'll run it. Wedding Crashers, Bridesmaids, Step Brothers. Yeah, Wedding Crashers. Legendary. That's where we got this one from. That's what we call a sack lunch. One of the best lines in the whole movie there. All right, we got those likes up quick. Let's go ahead and end the poll here. And we'll do a fun keyword here. So for the poll, will the NQ end the day above or below 20,200? 39% say above, 38% say below, and 22% say no clue. And this is, again, harping on what I said at the top of the call today. If you missed it, if you're just tuning in, you're catching us late. Talked about this. I said that today is one of those days that after a big move to the upside like that, you have a pretty equal spread of people who are saying, hey, it's a good spot to short, and I should be selling my longs, and then other people saying, hey, we can continue to squeeze knuckleheaded shorts here, and we can go higher. And that duality kind of keeps us in lockstep here. But with low inventory, anything can change. So honestly, it can go either way. I'm just here for the ride. I might not even trade on Top Step TV. I might just enjoy the view and the commentary, and maybe we'll get a house count trade on with Coach Dakota. We'll see. I mean, Coach Dakota often gives me some analysis that I like to see in the markets, and then maybe that will put me into a trade. But I'm chilling right now. We're up $1,200. So let's go ahead and do this giveaway here. And Nightbot. Low John up giveaways, and we're going to do channel member luck all the way jack to 10 here. Keyword, I'm going to do a keyword now. By the way, this is really, really easy to win these giveaways. We make it very, very simple. You can see right here, it says @SellingRips. That's where you follow me. Just go on Instagram and Twitter. @SellingRips is where you want to follow. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram. And it's going really, really well. You folks have been tremendously supportive, and we've been growing month over month rapidly here, so I do appreciate the support. I post reels almost every single day, and I'm posting more behind the scenes stuff on Instagram stories, and I'll continue to do so as the support grows. So been really enjoying that here. All right, so folks, just follow me there, and then when you do win the giveaway, you're going to type in a keyword. I'm going to give you the keyword here in just a second. You're going to type that in, and then when I call out your name, you're just going to type in what your handle is, your username. So if your Twitter username is selling rips, you type it without the @ symbol, selling rips, and then we find out where you are and we give you the giveaway. Simple as that. All right, here you go, folks. Here's the keyword, nice and easy here. Keyword is Roadhouse, because it's a great film on both the new one, the updated version, and the old school 80s classes. So just type in the word Roadhouse, and then we'll get this party started here. Roadhouse is the keyword for a free Top Step Combine. There we go. There it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I didn't even think about that, Spastrick. I didn't even think about it. Both of them in that GIF. Legends. Absolute legends. Chris Farley was hilarious. He's such a good comic. So funny. There's no real like replacement for Chris Farley. There's never been really, but it's taken that crown from him. He's just one of a kind. So just type in the keyword here in the YouTube chat just one single time. Roadhouse is the keyword. And if you are a channel member, if you click that join button right down below, it does give you 10x the luck to win these giveaways. And that's one of the benefits, as well as your name lights up pretty green and you get to use all the emojis here in chat. And you get priority answers to any of your questions here that you're asking during the streams. And then if we ever do the members only private live streams here on YouTube, and you will also get access to those. So be on the lookout for those. Any of you channel members that are out there, be on the lookout for those coming to a theater near you. All right, folks, get those keywords in. Roadhouse is the keyword here. We have 424 people who are eligible for the giveaway. Let's see if we can get it up to about 450, and then we'll do the drawing here. Going to be on Top Step TV in about 13 minutes. Roadhouse, 55, 45, 75. There you go. A lot of fives in that. Retberg, I see you. I have a feeling Retberg might win. Retberg's been on a tear. It's going to either be Retberg, Roop. Who else is like constant winner in here? It's either Retberg or Roop. I'm just going to spoil it for you. This thing is just, it's biased towards those two names. It loves Retberg. It loves Roop. It's going to be one of them. Watch, he's just going to roll Retberg. I guarantee. I promise you he's going to roll Retberg. All right, folks, we're at 464. Maybe we can get up to 500. I'll let a couple more of you folks get in here. Changed my name to start with an R and got it. Well, his is actually S. Retberg, so it actually isn't. I don't think it has anything to do with the R, but, they've been constant winners there. It's been great. I love to see it. Roadhouse is the keyword. If you haven't checked it out and you're a member on Amazon Prime, it's free to watch. It's definitely worth checking out. Throw it on this weekend if you have nothing better to do. It's well worth it. Just for a popcorn flick. Don't expect that you're going to be watching an Oscar. Well, Oscars have been trash lately, but yeah, don't expect you're going to be watching an award-winning movie. Just enjoy the funsies. That's all it's really good for, right? All righty, we got 500 in here. We're going to be rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, and rolling. Hitesh Joshi, you are the winner. Please type in your Instagram or your Twitter username without the @ symbol. Type that in, and then one line, press enter, and then tell me on the next line, is it on Instagram or is it on Twitter? Simple as that. And we'll get you suited and booted and get this free combine to you. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock starting now. 60 seconds are on the clock for you, Hitesh Joshi, in the mix here. Good luck to you. Hopefully you can claim this in time. Uh-oh, we have people already asking for the re-roll here. You better hurry up, Hitesh. We got 40 more seconds here for it's no Oppenheimer. It's no Chris Nolan film. I got to go back and watch Tenet. I've heard that it's actually better on like the 7th or 8th watch. I think I've seen it twice, and I don't know why that I could not get into it. I just don't know why. I really love Nolan's films, and Tenet is just the one that I could not get into. Hey, there we go. And you did it with the @ symbol. Hey, I'm surprised it actually went through. Folks, in the future, don't do the @ symbol because usually it does not go through here. But let's see. Let's check Twitter first. Let's see. Okay. Okay, it's got to be on Instagram. Let's see. Let's see on Instagram here. Typing it in. Hey, and he does follow me. Give it up for Hitesh Joshi. I'm going to message you right now. Congrats. Free combine. There we go. Hitesh is our big winner. So I'm not going to be here tomorrow on Wednesday, but I'm going to be back on Thursday. We're going to do some more giveaways on Thursday and Friday. And if you do enjoy these streams, folks, like I said, it's very easy to show your support, either clicking that link, hitting that like button, or coming back and commenting something on the video at a later date. It always helps the algorithm, and it helps us continue to grow and hold down that #1 spot here on YouTube. So, folks, if you enjoyed the stream, I thank you very much. I will be going up on Top Step TV right here and now. And that's where I'm heading, folks. You can find me there on Top Step TV. I'm going to drop the link right now for you. That's where I'd love to see you. Let's do a little Rips raid over there. Let's get a little Rips raid going over on Top Step TV. That's where I'm going to be, folks. So thanks for tuning in. We're going to finish up our morning here up $1,261.88. I'll see you folks bright and early on Thursday. No stream tomorrow, Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you over on Top Step TV.